Good morning, LAP. It's Thursday, May 19th for another LAP Chairman's Report. Order bank, Escape, 24,933. Corsair, 3,933 for a total of 28,866. Order bank still holding steady. Gas prices as they continue to rise. Our orders will continue to stay the same, if not rise, because of our models we're building and great gas mileage that they're getting. Everything, a lot of plants are still shutting down and everything's getting diverted to us. We know this week was a down week for night shift. We will rotate if there's other down weeks that are going to happen. Currently, right now, as of the phone call this morning, next week is both shifts are planned for 8 hours. Stock inventory is going to continue to be an issue. We don't see China and Singapore, fencing up neighborhoods. A lot of places are shut down. We still got the shipping ports that are log jammed. Auto parts are, behind food, behind toiletries. The necessities that people need are getting high priority on getting loaded first onto the semis and getting them off the ports and around the country. So chips going to be a problem, just waiting for the big problems to still hit. Suppliers are still getting hit. Manpower is still an issue at their supplier plants. Our plants, we're doing a great job. Everybody's coming to work, building a good unit. So keep up the good work there. Do our part and do what we can do. As you know, I was gone to a Leadership Region 8 meeting last week in Dallas. We discussed a lot of issues going on within the region. Looks like they're going to break up a few of the states into Region 4 and a Region 6 during the Constitution Convention. They're going to try to divide it up because I think we got like 26 states now in Region 8, which is way too much for any regional director or servicing reps to try to keep track of and around the United States, from East Coast all the way around to the West Coast up to California. We talked about the monitor situation with the federal government, hiring the attorney in there to monitor everything and exactly how things are going to work. Several of the things we found out is the 15 people that were investigated, that have been indicted, they're all in jail, which is what they deserve to get. But so far, just to put in perspective, the money that has been spent and paid just to the monitor is more than what those 15 people stole altogether. The monitor, over a little over a year's time, has been paid over $3 million. The UAW, one member, one vote, come out over $4 million to do the one member, one vote. We're on a 5-year oversight by the monitor and the federal government. We've already 1 year in, so we've got 4 years left of that. The Constitution Convention is July 25th through the 28th, so it'll be the third week after we come back from shutdown. October 17th will be the first mailing of the ballots. October 31st must be a member in good standing by that date. November 28th is the deadline to be received in the post office and stamped. And in December will be the swearing in. You'll get to vote for your entire International Executive Board, which is your president, vice president, financial secretary, and there will be 9 regional directors that you'll be able to vote for also in the UAW one member, one vote. All of those you'll get to vote for. Had a few questions asked, okay, so then why do we have delegates? Well, the delegates go up there because all the plants have the opportunity to turn in Constitution Convention proposals for the new Constitution. So there's proposals, there's rule changes and guidelines. That's what your delegates that you elected are going up there to do. They lay all the pieces of paper out. They read through every single piece, read through the changes. Then, as roughly 5,000 to 10,000 people in this meeting, all vote on to accept the changes, discussion, deny the changes, and that's what your delegates be voting on. You still elect your everybody individually will still have an opportunity to elect your International Executive Board. As you get these in the mail, we need everybody to fill those out and get those turned back in. You want your voice heard? Let your voice be heard. Like I said, the 15 people, they're all in jail. The ones that you have up there right now are the ones that didn't do anything wrong, have been up there or been close to up there in those positions that they're in now, and have done everything right and above board. Our President Ray Curry, Ford Vice President Chuck Browning, and our Regional Director, Mitch Smith, which is retiring, and Tim Smith is taking over. Those are the gentlemen that we need to have in these offices to continue to fight forward. They did the Caterpillar contract. They're doing the John Deere contract. These are the people we want fighting for us moving forward in the 2023 national negotiations come next year. I noticed some people that have commented about some of our units and stuff that are still parked around the city. Those units are all good units. They're not waiting on any parts. It's just we don't have enough rail cars. Rail cars are like semi-trailers also. They get priority on goods, the grain, the corn and stuff that you see. That all takes priority over vehicles being shipped. So they're trying to get them out as fast as they can. I got a list on my desk here of employees, or KTP, LAP employees that are waiting on vehicles, trying to get them built. Down weeks, part shortages, keeps pushing units back. I think KTP, when I talked to Jaggers, all 22 has all been ordered and sold. They're taking orders for 2023 now, which is way far away. Order bank's over 300,000 out there, and they probably ain't gonna see the light of day for quite a while. Both shifts currently are planned for 8 hours next week. I still think we'll have some issues with stock inventory trying to run the 2 shifts. So we'll build what we can and build the quality that we can on the units that we have parts for and continue to build. Currently the 2023, we're doing the preliminary builds on those. Some of the big changes, the 1.5 engines totally new, the several wire harnesses, and they've been training offline. If there's a lot of stuff changing on your job, you should have an opportunity to go back there to the training facility back there at B45. Get back there, train on your job and the different items that are changing. So when we start running these units, you have a good idea exactly what to do. And once the unit does start, we'll have a slow speed up and everybody time to get used and acclimated to the job and the changes that they got. A lot of the rebalance that's going on now is part of that. We're pulling all that ahead to try to make sure all the jobs are set up. So come end of October, November, we've already got the 2023 ready. We ended the 2022 and a half, getting everything settled in there so we can have some stability and don't have to worry about no changes to the next model year. The LAP SharePoint site, which finally getting to where we want it to be. We got the bids on there, shift preference, overtime signups, KTP vendor signups are on there. That'll be the list we use if there's a phone call saying we need KTP people for night shift, day shift, weekend coverage, whatever. You need to go to that website, sign up. You can sign up for 3 months at a time and your name will stay on that list. If in vendor, if the ODC needs people, if Farcia needs people, the transmission people need people, if there's any vendor that needs people or KTP needs, we're going to go straight to that list, days, nights, whatever available, and go straight down that list by seniority. So if you're interested in working additional overtime, when it becomes available or when the phone call, because it usually happens, in the morning saying, hey, I need 10 people tonight, I need 10 people over the weekend. It's going to be last minute. But you can still turn it down. Nothing's being forced. They're going to come straight to you, say, hey, opportunity here to work Saturday or day, night, Sunday, day, night, wherever, and go down that list. You'll still receive whatever Ford pays you. You'll receive the Ford pay, but you have to follow the guidelines, whether it be a KTP or them, you'll follow the guidelines. And if you go to one of the vendors, a lot of their safety isn't in place like it is here, so you have to be extra cautious and vigilant on protecting yourself and the safety of yourself. COVID survey, as you know, we're still supposed to be doing the COVID survey every single morning before you come in and you start work. As you've heard, Michigan has implemented the mask policy back in there. They went yellow, and I don't know if it's turned red yet today. I haven't checked. So make sure you're still taking care of yourself, sanitizing your hands, washing your hands. You're in a big crowd or group of people, please wear your mask. If you don't know where these people been, a big group that you don't know, wear your mask. Keep you and your family safe. Kentucky numbers, they're slowly, gradually rising. We need to get, as long as they stay where we're not in that same zone, we don't have to bring the mask back in here. So the glasses, safety glass policy was just supposed to be coming out back to our old way, to where you have to wear it on your job. You don't have to wear it in the building and in the aisles. But once the mask policy comes in, so does the glass. We're in the safety glass policy, where it's as soon as you come in the door, it's mask and glasses. So let's try to keep that down. Make sure you follow the protocol. If you have symptoms that meet the COVID policy, make sure you call in, let them know. You fill the survey, call medical, send an email to LAP Label 1 verifying what medical told you when your dates are, your return dates, your tests. You still have to have a PCR test. That's the only ones Ford's still accepting. If you got any questions, get a hold of your committeeman, labor relations, and we'll try to guide you in the right direction. March of Dimes is this Saturday, the 21st, at the Big 4 lawn, which is right by the Big 4 bridge. It starts at 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. It's about a 1.2 mile walk. If you want to plug in the address, it's a 1101 River Road. Both LAP and KTP are still getting their hiring pools together and creating lists for when the phone call comes to start adding people to our roles. You can go to careers.ford.com. Once they have put in their application, those hopefully future employees will get an email back with a reference number to go in and take the personal assessment. That reference number is what you'll need for the LAP SharePoint site. If you want them to get pulled for LAP, they'll need that reference number that employee or that person of interest gets. We need that put on your referral, sent in. Right now there's no limit to the referrals. We're usually averaging between 10 and 15 people in every class. By the time the class is done, we're down to about 8 or 9. They have to pass the assessment. If they don't pass the assessment, they got to wait 6 months from the time they took the test to redo the assessment. So let's go over a short work week, sub, and unemployment a little bit. So understand, short work week and sub and UI work week for them is all based on Sunday through Saturday. It goes forward, not backwards. So you could actually, like some of the people that we've talked to this week, they worked this past Sunday. Well, that don't pick up short work week. They still had to file unemployment. They'll still get a check from Ford for that 8 hours on Sunday, 8 hour double time. They'll still get that check, even though they're drawing unemployment and sub for that week, because it runs Sunday to Saturday for short work week, sub, and unemployment weeks. So it goes Sunday through Saturday, goes forward. So let's just say, you worked this past Sunday and we were laid off this week. Well, then you'd get short work week minus those 8 hours. So you get 32 hours of short work week, even though the Sunday pay is on the previous week. We know there's concerns with the short work week, trying to figure out, we got with labor relations the first thing as soon as we got the first phone call. We're thinking several of them on night shift were not figured correctly. We're waiting for an answer back from the Labor Relations Department exactly on what happened, where's the pay issue and the screw up on the pay, because there's a lot. We're guessing 2 to 3 hours of pay is possibly missing, especially on the night shift people. So once we get answers, we get that, we'll make sure something gets put out. We'll make sure labor puts a bulletin out explaining exactly what's happened. And we are beating up on labor relations and pay issues on a constant basis. We have them reporting out every Thursday on pay corrections, which will be happening today in the startup meeting while I'm doing this video. We're getting ready to have that and go over that with them. I've already left a phone call for Ms. Peace to give me a call, and we'll start reviewing those again. The UI waiting week. So there's a couple places you can look. You can go on to uiclaimsportal.ky.gov. Look, you're looking for in your little profile, you're looking for BYE. What's the beginning, base year ending? If it has 5/6/2023, that means your 5/6/22 is your waiting week. Most people had like an April waiting week, but we weren't laid off in April, so your very next check that you try to claim with the UI becomes your new waiting week. So that means between now and 5/6/23, you'll get full checks. Let's just say in 23, we don't have no layoffs up until June. Well, that first one we get after your 5/6/23, if it's say June 1st, well then now that's going to become your BYE date because you're after the 5/6 date. So 5/6/23 will be your next missed week if we're laid off. Let's just say the whole month of May of next year. Then you'll get maybe one check, miss one check because that'll be your waiting week, and it'll pick right back up. You got to have a year in to get your Subpay. So those unfortunately that are TFTs or recently converted employees don't have the year end yet, even though they've been here well over a year. Just the national contract guidelines, which we got proposals in to change that. Hopefully that get changed. We ain't got to worry about that no more. We have Fire King International located over at 900 Park Place in New Albany, Indiana. Teamsters Local 89. They're on strike. So if you happen to be riding by or you live over in Indiana, please ride by, drop off some lunch, drop off some soft drinks. If anything, ride by, honk your horn, wave, let them know the UAW supports them and doing everything they can. They make fire safe products from cabinets to safes, for medical supplies, office supplies, stuff for your home, anything that's fire protected if it's something was catastrophic to happen. Softball, looks like the leagues are getting ready to start, so if you aren't on a team or you did want to put a team in and you missed the meeting, you can please contact Joe Dinicki of the Recreation Committee. You can email him at jdaniCki@yahoo.com, or you can text him at 1-440-371-9301, and that's Joe Dinicki for the softball. With us, everything moving electronic, getting to the SharePoint, we understand. We've been talking to IT and all the computer problems, trying to figure out a different way to make the system easier, work faster, and do stuff. We're putting together a proposal to get additional computers added in the plant, in different workstations and different entrances to the plant. So that's all in the works. We tried to get it set up like we used to have, I'd say probably 3 or 4 years ago, where you had a one-stop shop. You go in, you only had like 3 icons. You can click on it, go straight to it. Well, apparently with all the cyber security, cyber breaches, where everybody's if you go online and just type in cyber breaches, people are cracking into medicals and different credit card companies and holding them hostage. Well, Ford and of course all the automakers, everybody's putting in so much security to get in anything anymore, making it very difficult. So the shortcuts that we had circumvented the system, so they had to go back in, take that back out. So we're looking at different avenues exactly to make it easier. Understand it's taking, once you log in, it takes probably 10 minutes to log all your information, that your personnel in the computer system, to be able to get into where it's nice and easy and quick. We're trying to work on that. We got a proposal in for additional computers throughout the building, and paint and body too, so people can get on there and bid, now that we're making a one-stop shop for everybody to go there and get everything done. So as we work through that, I'll keep you updated, keep you posted. Right, the number 2 of the LAP Chairman's Quiz will go up today. Please play along and get to learn a little bit about your union, your contract, and your leadership, and have a good time while you're doing it, and an opportunity to win a $25 gift card. On behalf of myself, and your UAW committee. We want to thank you for watching, and God bless.